The first thing I want to share is a subscription box that I received from lovely Amanda from Your Creative Studio. I'm showing you this because I'm going to be using a lot of these products, almost every single part of each product, in the project that I'm going to do today. I'm finally back. I've been super busy with work. Anyone who's a teacher might understand that at the moment I have a significant amount of assessment task marking, I have reports, and I have parent-teacher interviews going on, so I've been super busy and really haven't had the energy to be very creative. It's going to continue for about another week and a half to 2 weeks, and then I happily will be on holidays again, so I'm hoping to get a little more creative. So back to this lovely subscription box. I'm just showing you all the little bits and pieces that I received. I got some different post-it notes, beautiful stickers, a lovely stamp that will come in very handy, 2 types of washi tape, that's the first one, and I'll show you the second one in a minute. This cute little charm, and I love the little glassine kind of, well, I think it's glassine or tracing paper kind of little envelope. I will use that in a project as well, which is super cute. I got some stickers that were like a wax seal. This washi tape I absolutely love. I love little script tape, and it's really thin and cute. So it's got the days of the week, and then it also has the months. The next thing I pull out is a to-do list notepad, which always comes in handy. And I've used some of this in my project that you'll see coming up. So that's great. And oh, look at these stamps. It's awesome. I love stamps. And they're in a great little pouch. That's like a little Ziploc pouch. And then I received some different papers. They're like a cardstock. And then, so I think there was 4 or 5 different papers. I've used, I think 2 of them. Or no, yeah, 2 of them I think in this project. And then underneath, good piece of tracing paper that will get used. And awesome, this is a proper feathered fountain pen, which I'll be able to dip in ink. And you'll see in a minute, my son comes and takes that straight off me because he thinks he's Harry Potter. There it goes, gone. All right, so these are all the great little items that I received in the subscription box. I really love the variety. Now over to my Day 39 project, which is to be based on a favourite painting. So what I've done is I'm basing it on a favourite painter. So I love Nathalie Lete, who is French, and this is a diary that I have which contains a lot of her paintings. So just to show you what some of them are like. And I particularly love when she paints birds and flowers. So that's what my project's going to be based on today. I'm not even going to attempt to paint like Nathalie because there is no way in the world I'll ever be able to do it. But I do a couple of things that just remind me of her and her bright colours, and I like bright colours as well. And also I do some birds. So you'll see there are lots of beautiful paintings and images in that diary. So one thing I've got here is a postcard which is painted by Nathalie Lete, which I'm going to put in. And I decided to try out some rubber sort of stamp carving. So I made a little bird and some flowers and a little bird sign because Nathalie often writes her words like that. I haven't really done many of those carved stamps before, so I'm a bit of a novice, but I'm going to use the little bird one in this project. So using one of the card stock papers from Your Creative Studio, I'm going to back it with some tissue paper, just so it's not stark white. And then I am going to decorate it. So it's going to be like a book page for a journal. So I've bought myself just some kids oil pastels, and I want to do a drawing of a bird, and then also maybe some flowers that I'll be able to fussy cut out and stick onto the inside of my journal page. So I'm just playing around with it. Again, this is something that I'm a novice at. I haven't done it very often before, but I'm just layering up some different colours on top of each other until I like the look of the bird. Now I'm going to attempt to do a few flowers. I've got, as you can see just on the right, I've got some flowers that I've fussy cut out of books and magazines, and I think I might even have some of the graphics fairy flowers. So my whole plan is that I'm going to sort of collage them all in together. So I've done a bird and a few flowers, and I've got some other flowers cut out and another couple of birds. Now I'm just going to stamp some script onto the pattern paper just to make it more interesting. This is just a Kaisercraft script. Rachel accidentally bought 2 of these, didn't realise, so I've got one for you. It's a nice one. And now what I'm going to do is just glue down my flowers around the page. So I've used quite a few different coloured flowers. It's nice and bright, just like a Nathalie Lete painting. Now I'm going to use my bird stamp that I made, that I carved, and I'm just going to stamp it on one side of the page using the dark chocolate brown Stays On ink. It's good. It's a good ink because it actually stamps onto the oil pastel crayon. Now on the other side, I'm going to glue down the oil pastel bird that I drew. So the plan is that this would just be a decorative page in your journal, that you wouldn't do anything else to it. You could if you wanted to, but it's kind of busy already. So what I want to do is I want to use this Nathalie Lete postcard that I bought a while ago, and I want to have it like a fold out that you can have some space to write on if you want to. Now, using the little note that I got from Your Creative Studio, it has a to-do list heading, which I really like, so I'm just going to tear this out and I'll be gluing it onto that little fold-out postcard. And I want to use the stamps that I received in the subscription box, and I love this feather quill one at the top, so I'm going to stamp that on the back of the postcard. And I must say it's stamped really beautifully. It's got lovely detail. So I'm going to use one of the washi tapes from the subscription box to stick it down, and it's a really nice washi tape. It looks like it's tea-dyed paper that's been torn across, and I'm adding glue to the back of the washi tape, not because it's not sticky, but I always like to add glue whenever I'm doing something like this, just to make sure it sticks down really well. It is quite a sticky washi tape, this one, but I just want to make sure that it's really well stuck down so the postcard doesn't come out. So one side's done, and now I'm going to stick the same washi onto the other side just to make sure it's really secure and the postcard won't come out. So this side's done, nice and pretty, very Nathalie Lete. And now I'm going to decorate the other side. On the other side, I want the page to be a little bit more functional, so I'm going to add some different pockets. So first up, I'm going to use another piece of the paper from Your Creative Studio, and I'm also going to add in some beautiful paper from Frankie magazine. Alright, I've cut my two pieces of paper, and now I'm just going to use some PVA glue to run along the edge to stick both papers down, and it will make a double pocket. And then across the other paper, I decide to stick some of my scanned trim, just a pink Italian trim, antique vintage Italian trim that I've got. I just like to add that pop of colour. And then I had another bird cut out. It's from an Amy Butler fabric. It was a book that I had lots of different Amy Butler fabrics, which I've also used some of the flowers that come from the fabric as well. And I thought that was just cute to add along with my flower and bird theme. wanted to make sure I also use the other washi tape, the really thin one, which I really love. So I've got a strip which I'm going to run along the green Frankie magazine paper. And to finish it off, I just want to use one of the stamps from the subscription box. So this one is like a scroll of paper. And now for the other side of the page, I want to use the Frankie magazine paper again. And I'm going to cover up this coin envelope, and it will be stuck in to be used as a pocket and also a tuck space. So on the front of that little envelope in that white box, I used the little stamp that came in the subscription box, which has a to and a from section, which I thought was really cute. Now I grab one of the post-its, which looks like burnt parchment paper. I just rip it along because I'm going to put it on this little back flap of the envelope. So I'm just deciding which wax seal sticker colour I like best. I was going to use the red, but then I find the bronze, well, it's kind of a, yeah, it's a kind of a bronze, and I think that looks better, so I'm going to go with that one. Before I put on the seal, I need to cover up the back because some of the back will be showing because the envelope is longer than the page where I'm going to stick it. So I just use the back side of that paper from Frankie magazine just so there's something different, and I glue that down to the back of the envelope. So now I'm going to put one of the little quill, ink and quill stickers on the front. Looks really cute. And now it's time to put the sticker down of the wax seal. So I just pop it on, and there's a little bit sticking over the edge. And I'm going, because that's sticky, it's a sticker, so I'm going to back that just with some book page. So again, using my PVA glue, I'm going to stick the envelope down, but just around 3 sides so that there's a tuck space at the top, and then you can also put something in the envelope if you want to. So I want to hang the little charm, which is I think like a scroll of paper, off that envelope that's hanging off the edge there, and I'm just trying to work out how to do that. I've got a garment pin, and I decide to put some eyelets in. It's a bit weird how I do it, little bit thick, but I put two. I do a hole punch through, and I wasn't even thinking. I was going to just put the pin straight through with one eyelet, but it would have made the envelope not able to be opened, which would be weird. So then I put 2 eyelets in, which is also weird, but it kind of works. It's just a bit chunky. Probably need to think about it a bit more next time. And just to finish it off, I just do one more little stamp at the front. So here's my finished double journal page with pockets on one side and decoration on the inside with a Nathalie Lete flip out, using Your Creative Studio subscription box and inspired by Nathalie Lete's paintings. I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.